back. We can't start a new series without there being a mic issue. I don't know why I don't check those beforehand, but it's whatever. Welcome back to the second season of The Price of Power. I am your storyteller and arbiter of consequences, and I am pleased to welcome all these wonderful people back to play this wonderful story and to see what chaos they can get themselves up to. But without further ado, we will go ahead and let them introduce themselves, starting with Ursaringer.
Oh, snap. I get to go first again. What's up, y'all? I'm back for season 2 of The Price of Power because Ree promised me a whole bucket of chicken wings this time. And hopefully I'll get that in the mail quite soon. Y'all already know where I'm at. Y'all know where to find me: YouTube, Twitch, all that good stuff. I'll do something one day. I got something brewing up. And you know what character I'll be playing. Your resident trash panda Tremere, you know what I'm saying? Walt Reggie in the building. Next call. I miss doing that.
All right, next up. All right.
Hi, I'm Mari, and Ree has let me back in for season 2. This is fun, and also, why don't I get hot wings in the mail? Like, when did I miss out on this deal? But today I am playing a new character, Vegas. So this is going to be a little interesting. But you can find me at Small Shadow Snack on Twitter for as long as it is still operating. If it implodes, I am Aurelia Crane over on Hive. And I'm also over on the Gremlin Collective, doing things. So, interesting things.
All right, next up. Little Die.
Hi, I'm Di. You can find me at Dicromaniac, wherever stable social media platforms are or unstable social media platforms are. And yeah, I'm back as Tansy, who somehow managed to not die in the downtime, and she's excited to cause some chaos. Also, you can also find me over at the Gremlin Collective, doing fun stuff. And yes, it's time for Tansy to never suffer any consequences ever, right? This will be fun.
Last but certainly not least, Sir Monolith.
That's right, Tansy. You spread your wings and fly. Yeah, I'm at Sir Monolith on the Twitter's pretty much the only social media that I'm on at the moment, and yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Anash again and seeing if we can salvage a little bit from the definitely not a train wreck last episode from last season. I'm
All
sure
right.
everything that can go wrong definitely won't go wrong.
All right, and with that, our cast has been assembled, which means it is time for us to return to the darkness of the night. Before we begin our adventure, it is a reminder that the world of darkness is not always the most pleasant place to be, and as a result, some bad things can and most likely will happen. If you experience something that you are not okay with or unwilling to handle or unable to handle, please pause, skip ahead. Well, it's time. So just, mute and come back and get some water or something. I have spoken with all of these wonderful people here, so we do have an understanding of different things that they are comfortable with. So we do want you to prioritize your safety, comfort, and well-being. But now that that has been taken care of, it is time for our coterie to begin prowling the nights once again. But first, I need for you all to give me a rouse check as you command the vitae in your bodies to move and to animate yourselves.
And it begins.
Dun dun dun.
I'm so nervous.
We're good.
Ooh.
Quiet.
Nice.
I passed.
The heck is my character?
Alright.
Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. Well, also passed. It's a miracle.
Everybody
It's the
paying?
only one you get tonight.
Alright, did everybody pass? Alright, in that case, you awaken, your hunger is still under control. Our coterie finds themselves awakening back in the safety of your domain. It has been a quiet 3 months for you. The nights have grown colder, which for you, you've been forced to adapt to more human customs, wearing bulkier, warmer clothing, though it has not directly affected you. You all find yourselves waiting. You all have been told that a person will be coming by to speak with you about a debt that you owe, about an event that occurred a few short months ago. So, as you all are waiting for this to come to fruition, what are you doing?
Walt's gonna check on his little project while petting his new friend. And he is
Your
definitely nervous.
your friends are doing quite well. You actually managed to get them to be accustomed to being around you.
Oh, not the
That's going
rabbits.
well.
Screw the rabbits. Even though that's his food source. His new friend, his new familiar, is a skunk.
I
That
love
is
you so much.
excellent.
And her name is Precious. And yes, her claws are painted purple. And she has a purple collar. So yeah, he's petting and talking to Precious while he double checks what he's been working on in these few months. So that's Walt. He's like, I don't know what's going on here, Precious, but it's gonna be crazy. Oh yeah, and he can understand her, so he's got that.
Mm-hmm.
You receive an understanding of contentment. Your familiar seems to be satisfied.
Well, yeah, that's Walt.
All right. And the other three, what are you all doing to prepare yourselves?
I would say I wake up, and so Tansy, these last 3 months have been just a huge shift in everything. And she still sounds like this, but instead of being, the super pink, sparkly kind of pop princess, Tansy has fully entered her I'm emo, I'm so dark phase. So when she wakes up every night, provided that there's time, she is going to cut her hair and then put on like a temporary dye since it's not going to stay for very long, and kind of do the black with the blonde so she looks super emo, and make sure that she has the really thick eyeliner on, very much early 2000 emo kid energy. But she's also probably going to work on making jewelry for Precious, just because Precious is the best and deserves some handmade Tansy pieces.
Okay.
And
All right. And Anush, what are you up to?
Probably meditating on how to keep the last incident from happening again, as he ponders on how such a easy, simple, straightforward situation could have gone so horribly wrong.
All right. While the three of you are reflecting on your actions, there is another person who is gaining consciousness at this time. Vegas, you find yourself sitting in a casino. You know that although the mortals around you are going about their business, attempting to play games, trying to change their fates, change their lives, you know that this place is never meant for them. And you find yourself heading down the back stairwell further than most people would go, towards the more torn down sections. And as you reach the bottom, there is a single wooden door that stands in front of you. It's kind of dirty. The wood itself is peeling. You know that behind this unassuming door is perhaps the most powerful person in the casino. Are you doing anything to prepare yourself before going inside?
Kind of walking towards the door, just dusting the jacket, trying to make sure he at least looks somewhat presentable, mentally preparing himself before he knocks on the door.
Who is it?
New in town. My name's Vegas.
You hear for a moment there's nothing, just silence. And then the door swings open. And you see, the first thing you notice is the darkness that greets you. There's a single light hanging from the center of this room. The light seems to be swaying back and forth, but you are used to being around the talents of your clan, and you recognize the shadows that the lighter is creating are just off, just a little bit. And as you step into the room, you notice that some of the shadows seem to move about as if they're sentient. They seem to reach forward, almost as if to grab you, but never getting quite close enough. Vegas. Why exactly are you in my city?
You know, new city, new opportunities. Also on a little bit of personal business.
And what's the personal business?
Family nonsense.
And you hear a very human like sigh. And then the shadows seem to kind of coalesce, and a person steps forward. You recognize the eyes first. They have this kind of dim darkness just behind the pupils. They're sunken in, almost giving him the appearance of being emaciated. And as he steps forward, he has a cigar in one hand. Now you can tell it's never been lit. A kind of a very nice suit, but it's clearly not sized to him. The elbows are a bit too tight. The sleeves don't go far enough. Don't bring your problems around and make them my problems. I owe a few debts, which is why I'm letting you into my territory. I'm told that I'm supposed to connect you with the other brat, so you can find her. But if either of you cause too much of an issue for me, I am not under any requirements to keep you safe. You understand?
I understand completely. I'm actually here to hopefully prevent any more chaos.
I don't deal with hope. I deal with results. If you do well, you will be rewarded. If you don't, well, there's more than enough of us.
Yeah, figured that would be the bargain.
Do you know where you're going?
Honestly, I'm assuming some graveyard, if it fits. Which one I have no earthly idea. All I got told was this city.
You see him wave, and from behind you, a person that you didn't realize was standing there, but now that you think about it, this must be the person who opened the door, will step forward and they hand you a slip of paper. Memorize it and then burn it.
He does look at it to see what's on it.
There is an address and a bit of a makeshift map on it. It is just enough that since you know what to look for and what it's supposed to be telling you, you could figure out where you're going. But you can tell that it is designed to make it just a bit harder if you aren't in the know. The minimum that would be expected to do to be considered protecting Kindred's hiding place.
Right. Anything else I should be aware of? orders were a little thin.
The underworld's been a bit unhappy recently. Be careful. Some people have been going missing recently. If you want more information than that, I'd suggest you learn how to find it yourself.
Well, that's one of my specialties, so I'll go poke around there. I do thank you for this. Do you want me to burn it here, or do you want me to burn it when I get there?
Not in here.
Then I thank you, and I'll leave you to the rest of your evening.
All right.
Turns to
Does
leave.
Vegas head back into the floor of the casino?
Yes, because he's gonna cut through to get back to where he parked his car.
Okay. Do you have the Blush of Life active?
I do now.
All right. To make me a rouse check, and we'll see how it goes.
I did, and I got hungrier.
Oh no.
Your hunger increases. You feel that familiar gnawing at the center of your stomach, the itch that never seems to go away. And as you make your way back up the stairs, you step out into the casino proper. And you look around at the people. You are like one of them. You are like some of them once upon a time. That part of you seems to be growing more and more distant. Do you make any detours while you're here?
Nope, straight to the car.
Okay. You are able to reach your car without issue? Are you heading straight to the address?
Yes.
Okay. And you pull out into traffic. And while we wait for Vegas' arrival, would the rest of you like to be doing anything?
Walt is. Oh, you go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to be texting Gabriella and checking in on her and seeing what her plans for the evening are. Send a quick message. Hey, I hope you're having a good night. What are you up to?
You don't get a message back. Instead, you have a picture sent to you, and it is Gabrielle, who is wearing a very nice dress, kind of a silver with a little bit of glitter on it. And she seems to be at a nightclub of some kind. You can't see exactly which one. And she has her arms draped around two people, one man and one woman, and they seem to be posing for the picture.
Okay, darling, stay safe. Let me know if you need any help.
Got the whole Morticia Adams vibe. I love it.
You don't get a response to that.
Off parenting. You know, she's a big girl. She can take care of herself.
Walt is still just minding Precious and definitely looking at what he's been working on and going like, I hope I got it right. You know, I got all the isotopes. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's him in his head.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Anash is not doing anything particularly noteworthy. He's just, continuing on with kind of just reflecting and at the moment he doesn't have any specific plans.
Okay. Walter, roll me an intelligence and science check, please.
Yay, something he's good at. Okay.
Allegedly.
Okay. And does my pharmaceutical student apply here?
Yes, I love it.
Okay. Just a 1, not an 11, clown. Okay, that's 4 successes. There we go.
Okay. your project is making some improvements. There are definitely some mistakes of some of the chemicals you're messing with are doing better. Some aren't doing as well. But you think that with a little bit
No,
more
dog, there
time,
ain't
you'd
no way.
probably.
When we rolled before we started, you said it was already done.
The first one that we discussed is complete, but the second one is in progress.
Oh, okay. So, well, the only second one would be the cage. So it's like, you ain't at the cage.
We'll see.
Oh boy, what did you done? What have you done?
So, while the three of you are finishing up your problems, you do hear a knock at the entrance to your haven.
Who got the dog?
Stretches and opens his eyes. Somebody expecting company.
I mean, it's your digs, Tess. You want me to get the dog?
Yeah, you get the door, and I'm gonna go and sort of hide behind a wall or something where I can kind of peek out and spy on who's gonna be on the other end of the door, without making myself readily visible.
Well, it's gonna blush of life. So let me roll for that.
What?
Is that a success? Okay, that is a success. Sweet. Okay. So yeah, he passes.
Huh?
And he opens the door.
Vegas, what do you look like tonight?
Vegas looks like he stepped out of hair-wise 1987. Kind of has that long black kind of shag that's pulled back. He is covered in tattoos. Leather jacket, a t-shirt with some sort of pattern on it, and got a couple pieces of jewelry on.
Well, what Vegas would see is a scrawny, like 5'6". Yeah, he's about 5'6". Scrawny 5'6", young adult looking guy. Relatively tan skin on the lighter side, like lighter side of olive color skin. Dark hair, just laying down, borderline mullet style, but much sloppier. Just jacked up, ratty hoodie, colored red, and then you're gonna see like a skunk with purple purple claws and purple collar on his shoulder, looking definitely intimidated.
I'm looking for Tansy.
I hear Vegas, and I immediately pop out and run past Walt and embrace Vegas in a big hug and kiss both sides of his cheeks and say, Vegas, darling, what are you doing here? I haven't seen you in ages. Come on in, come on in.
Oh, okay. All
And
right.
Nosh just looks confused, but is otherwise remaining silent.
No, this is everybody. Okay, this is my cousin Vegas. He's amazing. Listen to him as if you would listen to me. And yeah, welcome.
I mean, he ain't like that Renato guy, is he?
No, he's way cooler than Renato.
Oh, you're gonna hate the fact that I'm here.
No, you're here. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna go out and party. Oh, listen, I bet we can get into the club. I've got some friends that are out dancing right now, and we can go meet up with them. We're gonna have a blast.
Tansy, I'm not here for essentially a social visit.
Walt gulps.
If Tansy's face had any blood in it, I think it would probably have drained at this point. No, they didn't. They sent you.
Yeah. Perks of being me.
Okay, I love you, but there's very few perks in being you.
Yeah, I know. Also met some spooky guy in a casino who told me that if either one of us fuck up, we're in severe trouble.
I mean, was he kind of crusty? You know, he do that thing with the eyeballs and then suddenly appear in front of you with that big old crusty face of his.
Walt, I do so enjoy your way with words.
You know, I got it out here, Shaz. You know, I got it like that.
Oh,
This is Walt. He's wonderful. He will grow on you.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? And Walt go hold out his hand to dap up.
he'll reach over and give you a very strong shake.
That is absolutely, you're going to tell, like, that's going to absolutely rock Walt's world. Like, he weighs next to nothing. I don't know if you're trying to dap me up or judo throw me, player.
I haven't made up my mind yet. I got like the bare bones outside of something about the tower. What has been going on?
You make one itsy bitsy mistake, and then you try to make it right, and then you have everybody and everything just making your life a living hell. And I'm gonna glare at Anush.
I mean, I didn't tell you to eat her and kill her.
But I didn't kill her. That was the point.
I mean, bringing her back would have been probably okay if it had been some, you know, some peasant from the street that nobody knew. But this was somebody important's pet.
Well, I'm just saying, if they had really cared for her, they wouldn't have put her in that situation in the first place. So really, it's their fault.
I'm sure she was receiving compensation of some sort. The Vitae is a very attractive prize for mortals.
Walt is still too just shook because he doesn't know how it's going to go down. He is a new boy.
I'm not saying I made the best decisions. I just, if they
Listen,
cared
it's
about her
okay.
that much, they wouldn't have put her in the room with us. That's all I'm saying. So really, they need to reevaluate their priorities with their pets.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they assumed that you had more control over your beast. But I mean, we all fall victim from time to time. It is. I don't think that it was the killing that was. I mean, that was a problem, of course. But then trying to bring her back and then her killing somebody else, it was just it became a whole thing, and I was surprised. Um, it was definitely not how I saw that night going.
How? Okay.
In fact, we went there to avoid this exact thing.
Question for Ari. How much tattoo is visible on Vegas?
He has a giant skull tattoo on his neck with what looks like a bullet hole through one of them that's healed. And you can see more up under his shirt.
Walt is studying you intently now. You can see at first he was scared, but then you see his eyes slowly get more inquisitive and just start unashamedly eyeballing Vegas.
Would you say at first he was afraid, he was petrified?
I'm gonna let you have that. That was too good.
I can see why I got sent here. Did you tell Renata?
He knows. I wasn't the one to tell him,
Mhm.
but obviously he's aware since you're not here just to have fun with me, your favorite cousin, and apparently here on business.
Tansy, I'm here as your prison warden, basically. I've got
Oh,
to make sure you don't embarrass the family.
well, that's better. I thought you were going to say babysitter, but prison warden, much better. Much
Yeah.
better.
I don't really see the difference.
There's not one, but I'm starting to see why they didn't send Giuseppe.
Yeah, I would have eaten him.
I would have too, but sadly I can't get my hands on him.
It's
And
Giuseppe slander.
Miss
Oh,
No knows not to put me in a room alone with him. And I'd hate to do that to my favorite aunt.
You like Italian food too?
I'm Sicilian?
Ah, well, then yes.
there is a difference. Like how I'm Scottish and you don't want to call me Irish. I mean, definitely don't call me British, but it's sort of the same deal.
Tell her she's from Liverpool and watch her flip the table.
I'm not much of a football fan, but I'll take your word for it.
Walt's stare has intensified. Yet he has still said nothing. I thought I put this on silent. My bad. Shut up, phone.
Well, if you're gonna be here, you might as well come in and get comfortable and meet everything. I mean, you've met Walt, you've met Precious. This is Anush. Anush, introduce yourself to my delightful cousin.
Hello, delightful cousin. My name is Anush.
Hi, Anush.
So Vegas, is it?
Yes.
Is that where you're
But-
from, or just?
It's a family joke. Yes, my family's from Las Vegas. Originally from the Bronx, but circumstances involved a move.
Well, I can think of worse places to be, I suppose.
Date's not bad. So you've told the family. Who where were you at when you decided to
Yes, where were you at?
Decide is such a complicated term. I've been having a really rough week and just couldn't find anything to eat. And so we called in a favor from the tower who hooked us up in this posh little space with some snacks. And I mean, okay, you don't know, no, but right? And it got bad and she freaked out and it got worse. And the passion of the moment, it seems like a good idea. And she's very pretty and she's very sweet. And I just didn't want her to die.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Knowing it's half the battle, you know what I'm saying, player?
As you all are talking, there's another knock on the door.
I dive behind the couch.
More friends?
Tessie, come on, man. You gotta answer your own door once.
Actually, no, I don't.
I did my time, Sasha. Why don't you open it?
Hello, who is it?
Do you open the door? Do you ask who is it through the door?
I'm asking who is it through the door.
Ishtar.
Oh, snap.
Ah, Well, then, we can't leave you outside. Opens the door. Ushers them in.
And you all see a very beautiful, dark-skinned woman. Her head is completely bald, and she is wearing a necklace that you don't recognize the symbols on. Those of you more in the know, I would say with at least 3 dots of politics, recognize a few pieces of the Ventru clan symbol on it, but they're scattered about, making it hard to understand, to see any meaning to them. And as she looks around, she looks to each of you. She pauses on Vegas for a moment before speaking. I am here on behalf of my mistress. You all are owing her a debt, and she has become determined to collect it. There are 3 tasks that you must complete. The first of which begins tonight.
Oh no.
There is a statue that she wants, that the seller is asking for a exorbitant price for. You all are to obtain it and bring it to her downtown. Are there any questions?
I poke my head up from behind the couch. So, like, you want us to go on a heist?
I did not say that.
What Walt? No, he probably wait. He probably wait. He won't say anything. Nah, he's too curious. That's right. That's his flaw. He's curious. Hey, yo, master, what this statue look like exactly? You know, like the net weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it on metric scale or is it on imperial? You know what I'm saying? Like how it?
It is a canopic jar. The ancient Egyptians used them for storage of organs and such during the mummification process. You want to find it. It has already been authenticated. It is very fragile, so do not allow harm to come to it. The seller is a man named Elijah Jackson.
You didn't. Reset the quarter.
Are there any questions?
Well, that just made
I'm
tonight
sorry.
more interesting. I had no plans.
Why'd you pick Elijah Jackson, dog?
Where do you want us to drop this off once we get it?
Elysium. There will be someone there to obtain the item from you and to ensure that it is safely stored afterwards.
Where are we going exactly, player?
It is being held at a warehouse near the docks. Territory is nominally uncontrolled, so you should not come across any official claims to the area.
All right. Person says area near docks. Does Walt need to approximate which area near which set of docks? Or can he
You
ask
wouldn't
for
know
more
enough.
details?
You wouldn't know enough to be able to figure out exactly where she's talking about.
Okay. All right, good. So we're in there. So Walt has the approximate address. Okay. I mean, you got something to help us out? I mean, she wanted just as much as we want to do right. So
No.
Oh, come on. You can give me a roll for that. Come on.
Sure, you can try to roll charisma and persuasion.
Yes.
Well,
Okay. And let's go.
I believe in you all.
Okay, wait. No, I rolled more than that. I got way more charisma than that. This thing is wrong. This thing is wrong. Okay, we good. We good. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one success on 5 die. I'm ashamed. You tried.
No, if there are no more questions, I will be taking my leave.
do you have any? How big of a resistance should we be expecting there? Like, is this just like one person just hanging out? Is there like an army guarding this area? Like, what? I'm just saying, like, what? Do you know anything about what this looks like right now?
No.
She's a tough nut to crack, I tell you that. I mean, we got
I
like
was
a floor
asked-
plan or something, like
I was
schematics.
asked to deliver the message. As far as I am aware, it's a standard warehouse of small size. It should not be too difficult to search for it if you manage to get inside.
You say that, but this is us you talking to.
Who owns the warehouse?
That I do not know.
Who owns the jar now?
Apparently, the seller is Elijah Jackson. I don't know if he is the owner of the item or if they're just selling it.
Do I know anything about Elijah Jackson? Is this a name I've heard before?
You can try to roll either intelligence and streetwise,
You
or
got this.
either intelligence, streetwise, finance, or insight. Not insight. Etiquette.
I'm going. Oh, you know what? I've got 2 in finance and etiquette, but I want to roll and 2 in intelligence. So let's see what happens here.
Nice.
Yep, that's perfect. So let me get my hunger. All right. Well, that's well, 2 of those are 1s, including a 1 on my hunger die, and that's only 1 success. So how badly did I fuck that?
That I will say. I wouldn't say that is not a bestial failure.
Thank you.
I will adopt the rules used by many others. As long as you get at least 1 success on the roll, it will not be a bestial failure. But you do not know anything more about the seller.
I most certainly do not. All right. Well, how scary can this guy be anyway?
I don't know, Kev. You sound like he got bank if he can afford something like that.
Well, you know, I am a fan of making new friends, so let's go make some new friends.
Yeah, just give me a couple minutes. I've got some stuff I need to do before we go, but yeah.
What about
Definitely.
you, Vegas? Do you like making new friends?
Can't ever go wrong with some new friends.
See, there, we're all on the same page. New friends are fun.
Hear that, Precious? We going on a road trip. He did say that to his skunk.
I like your new friend, Walt.
I will be taking my leave now.
All right, Precious, say goodbye to the nice lady.
No,
Come
you won't
on,
be.
Ree. You gotta act it out.
She leaves.
You a hater. You a
You won't be eating that one, will you, Walt?
Precious, no, seriously.
Oh, is that a long-term friend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm sure I'm sure she'll provide invaluable information in the long term. They can get into all sorts of places. Plus, humans like to run away from them. I hear they smell a little odd.
That is disrespectful to my baby.
She can't help it. She was just born that way.
She is instrumental in what I've been working on. Isn't that right, Precious?
Just don't startle her, and it should be fine.
She was, in fact, instrumental to Walt's project, but y'all gonna find out.
Are you making?
Yeah, Walt's getting ready. He getting his backpack, getting some of his MacGyvered objects in his pack and getting ready to go.
All right. Storyteller, mechanical question. If I summon a wraith now, will it travel with us to the warehouse, or do I have to wait and sort of do it there?
You could have a wraith follow you. You could convince it to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. So I believe I still have like the wallet or a picture of one of the dudes that we
Yeah, that ex-military dude. Yeah.
yeah, from last season. I know I had a picture of his and something else, and I would like to sit down in my room and nice calming ritual circle, put the candles, get my stuff, get my own vitae, and summon this guy to come do my bidding.
Okay. So you do have a feather, so you do have the minimum requirement. Roll me, and I will say at this is your haven, so your shroud is weaker. Roll me an Oblivion ceremony roll.
Which was four in my resolve. Right. Come on, sheet. Be at the place I want you to be.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, no failures.
You take your time
No,
to prepare.
no one.
You take the time to prepare your ceremony site. You reach out to the void, the darkness of oblivion, and you feel something respond to you. And as you forcibly reach out to it and command your will onto it, the sky, the area in front of you begins to ripple, and a spectral face begins to force its way, almost as if it's pushing its way through a sheet. And a moment later, there is a mostly translucent being in front of you.
Hi, buddy.
Who are you?
Well, my name is Tansy, and I know you were in a big swirling vortex of whatever, but welcome back to the planet Earth.
Okay.
And now it's just for a little bit. I'm sure you're having a great time over there, but I need a favor, and we're gonna go on a field trip. How do you like breaking into places? You look like the type that likes to break into places.
I mean, I don't particularly want to break into anything.
Okay, but look at it this way. You're dead. There's no consequences, and you get to go on a like Italian Job style heist.
I mean, it's stealing is still not good.
Oh, but you're stealing from bad people.
I mean, that doesn't make the action good.
Okay, but here's the thing. All of that's relative, and I'm sorry that Undeath hasn't really enlightened you to that. I get it. Everyone's philosophy is different. Um, but here's the thing. I need you to help me. You're going to help me. And if you don't, very bad things are going to happen.
Do you have compel spirit as a
I do
ceremony?
indeed. I do indeed.
She tried it in a nice way. I'll give her that. She tried it.
Would you like to use
I
such a ceremony?
would. Yeah. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the picture I have, wiggle it in front of them, and just sort of dip it down lower and lower until the very edge is just brushing the top of the candle flame. You're going to listen to me.
Make me an oblivion ceremony roll.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You got this.
Nice. All right. So 1. Oh, 4, because that's two zeros. So that's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
Well, the spirit rolled 1 success. So, you are able to command the wraith to perform a number of moderately difficult tasks equal to the number of successes rolled. For every 2 successes, you may command the wraith to perform a difficult task. And these are things that are attacking someone, doing something repugnant to the wraith, etc. And you did not get a crit, is that correct?
No, I did. I rolled
It
2
was a
10.
crit. Okay.
Mhm.
On a critical win, you can demand any action from the wraith, and it will do its best to complete the request.
Phenomenal. This makes up for all of my botched rouse checks. Perfect. Well, here, I'm going to change into something blacker, and then we're going to go.
You see the person begins to speak. Almost, you aren't sure what it is they were going to say. As their form, it begins to flicker and erupt into green spectral flames. And you feel a wail of agony. And then a moment later, the wraith goes quiet.
Good boy. Yeah. And
I feel
then
your pain, brother. I feel your pain.
yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay. Then if Tansy is ready to go, is there anything else that anyone else wishes to do before you continue with this course of action?
I want to double check what's in the kit for Wall. We still got the bug spray / aerosol. We still got the kitchen knives. Can I make another? Can I catch a spider before we go? A live spider.
I'll say that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, because that might come in handy. He always has a vial of his Vitae just in case he needs it. He keeps it on his person. So we got that. And he'll leave his gift, his intended gift, back at the keep because he thinks it'll be safe there.
Okay. Anosh in Vegas, anything you wish to do before you set up?
No, Anush is just putting his, getting his sword ready and making sure that all the normal odds and ends are there so that we can hopefully make a not insanely loud mess of this.
Okay.
No
Are
promises.
you all taking one car or two?
We still don't know how big this thing is exactly. Anybody got a
Pocket
truck?
yards.
That's Vegas is taking his car.
I mean, is
They're
Vegas gonna
big enough to hold.
Vegas gonna allow guests?
Sure.
If I were with you, play?
Yeah, sure. Skunk has to stay in the back though.
Precious has control over her olfactory abilities. I just want to make that perfectly clear. She will not ruin the interior.
This car was a gift. Someone I respect. She better.
You don't have to threaten her like that, man. She with me.
I'm not threatening. I'm making a general statement.
It's not a threat, it's a promise.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't heard that before. You know how many times I've been caught and they say something like that, man? Yo, that's crazy. Well, I'm gonna say that as you get in the back seat. Precious.
Okay.
Such a mess.
You sure you want to
Alright.
bring your friend along on a potentially dangerous task? I'd hate for them to get harmed.
We might need it, Sheridan.
All right, well, you know best.
Isn't that right, baby?
Alright.
While
And
still
as
petting
you
her.
all get into your car and set off, I think that's going to be a great time for us to take our break for the evening. So I hope you're enjoying everything that's been happening so far. We will come back in about, we'll say, 10 minutes. We'll do a short break, and then we'll see where our story takes us. All right, hello everyone, welcome back. So, as we left off, our coterie was heading down to a warehouse in an attempt to obtain a canopic jar as the first of a few trials to pay back a debt they owe. As you all are heading there, does anyone want to activate the Blush of Life?
Walt will have to risk it again. He
If
is
you've already
Walter's
activated
life.
the Blush of Life,
Oh,
you good. You don't need
oh,
to
thank you for being
reactivate it.
merciful. I thought you were going like new scene, new blush, but thank you.
No, that's fine.
What do I have to roll for that? Since
Arouse check.
okay, just a rouse check, even with
Mhm.
Mandy 4, I think is what I meant.
Mm-hmm. Still just a rouse check.
Y'all, the anxiety I have every time I roll single d10. Hey, that's a 10 success.
We've been getting those.
Yeah, I
All
don't
right.
know, man. I'm gonna take this karma.
All right. So I wish there are some information I need. Are you all heading straight to the warehouse location?
There's advantages to either parking off in the cut or going straight there and having the vehicle close. I vote for parking off in the cut so we can like scout the location. Because if we do get some bad information and the spot is hot, we can like double back.
I like that idea. Vegas and Noosh, what do you think?
It's always good to have a backup plan. Good idea, Walt.
Well, he wouldn't have said that in my voice.
Oh,
Would have been a lot more obnoxious with it, but that's an Ursa thought. Walt would think that, but it would be a lot more eloquent. But he would have said
hey
that.
y'all, maybe you shouldn't be stupid. You have backup plan.
Yeah. I mean, y'all remember what happened last time. Maybe we should be a little off in the cut. So, just in case.
Do I ask what happened last time?
Ain't my story to tell, man. You should say, people put out some camera phones, let them know that we was from Playhouse Square, you know what I'm saying? And then they was just cool with it.
Okay. Okay. Yep. We're just gonna park off the path.
All right. So from there, I know Anusha's the sneaky one, so.
So how far away are you leaving the car?
He'd park it block away.
Somewhere inconspicuous, I hope.
Yeah.
Somewhere where it fits in with other vehicles is my vote.
Yeah.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
All right.
suspicious.
So you all leave your car and you make your way over. As you all approach, you come across a series of buildings. They're all about mid-sized. You can see that they seem to be about 2 stories. There's windows on both the ground level and the top level. You could see that the doors themselves are ranging in quality. Some are made out of strong metal, some are kind of rusted. And as you kind of head down further and further, you come to the building that you were instructed to go to. This one seems to be right in the middle. It doesn't quite have a high-tech security system, but it is a bit better than some of the poorer ones. Do you all wish to, well, how do you wish to attempt to gain entry to this building?
Walt is gonna communicate to Precious to give the block a once over. Just give it a walk around and come back. Tell her and ask if she sees anything, any hostile people basically.
Okay.
Do skunk things, report back.
Can I have my wraith, who I'm going to call Bruce. I don't know what his real name is, but his name is just Bruce. and he's going to take it and like it. And so can I command Bruce to scope out the security and report back on what he notices, like with the cameras, and if there's any patterns or gaps?
That will be one of your requests, but you can certainly do.
All right, so that puts me down to 8 requests, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, excellent, excellent.
Awaiting the Precious report.
I like how the Wraith is like sitting there with a tally going, okay, that's 1.
Yo, once these favors are done, I swear.
It is more like a set of spectral chains that snap slowly.
Mm.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, let's see how well. There are a number of security cameras that I can see. It should be possible if you're careful to avoid them.
What did Precious say?
It's gonna take a while for a skunk to return from walking around the building, so you guys have a few minutes.
Shoot, Waldo will mess up anything physical, so he can wait.
Here's a question over the few minutes, storyteller. It's been 3 months. I know when we left off, I had a full blood bond to Anush. Anush, do you think that's probably still active, or?
I feel like, given the state of the last kind of situation that we ended on, I think he would have been probably trying to keep us all from getting into more trouble, and maintaining the blood bond to try and keep tabs on you probably would have been something that he would have done.
Yeah, and honestly, based on Tansy's track record with hunting, it is absolutely probably completely necessary. And so, yeah, I'm on board.
Poor Tansy.
Season 1 was rough.
It ended just going right off a cliff. But thankfully, it was a short cliff, so we didn't just instantly die from the impact.
I don't know. I think we're still falling.
Probably, yeah. That's actually probably
Probably.
a more apt.
Well,
Still
Walt in that moment,
falling.
then he'll probably turn to Vegas and be like, "Where you get them tattoos, player?"
I can feel Vegas looking at Walt with utter disdain.
Walt
Not
does
really
not care.
disdain, just more like he's still figuring everybody out. I got him when I was human.
I mean, did you get shot when you was human too?
Yeah.
How you survived that? You got shot in the neck, playboy.
Said I survived it.
Oh, so that's your story. Somebody took you out and then someone brought you in.
Yeah.
I mean, is your pops nice or whatever?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's cool. It's kind of hard to not like him.
That's cool. You can see Walt's just like pondering this, but still looking at Vegas, but not saying anything.
He's a cool dude.
So what about your pops? They nice?
I don't know yet. I don't know if I got a pops or a mom. You know what I'm saying?
So which family are you from?
I mean, I know I'm a Tremere. I think that's what my friends told me. So I got that going on, but I don't know who did it.
A Tremere with a pet skunk. Really have seen everything now.
What's wrong with a pet skunk? They can be domesticated.
You've never really been around your kind, have you?
I mean, I think I met the leaders when we had that big old shindig at the casino, but
Yeah, skunks aren't not usually in their repertoire.
I mean, okay. I mean, I can see them getting a cat or a dog or something, you know, something a little more average, but me and Francis just had this special bond, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's unique, so you know, it's not bad. I like it.
Walt smiles, but it's still less. Well, Walt is definitely assessing Vegas more than he's like politely looking at him.
Word of advice:
What's that?
keep staring at me like that. You're buying me dinner.
I mean, I'm broke, so I don't know if I can do that.
So then avert your gaze.
I mean, I'm just saying, man, like you got something going on here. That's a lot of ink. You tell the story, you know what I'm saying?
I was really into the rock scene in 1987.
Are you from the 80s?
Tansy.
A moment
How-
later, your skunk returns, Walter.
What's the deal, baby?
Didn't see
Don't let
anything.
anything happen to Walt. He is our most precious resource.
True.
Francis said she ain't seen no people.
I whispered to Benny.
Practically, she ain't seen nothing. Oh, what were you gonna whisper? Go ahead,
I was going to whisper, be nice to him. He's going to teach me blood sorcery.
Oh, we are really gonna have a talk. Can I activate Sense the Unseen?
Yes, you can. I believe that would be a resolve and awareness roll to activate it on purpose.
It's
me
wits and
double check.
aspects. Yeah, it's wits and aspects for passive or resolve and aspects for active.
All right, only resolve and aspects.
I'm gonna spend a point of willpower on that. 4 successes.
You look around, and at first you don't see anything. But as you look closer to your companion, you find that there is a wraith that is just barely visible to you. You can definitely see that it is following behind Tansy, but you are aware that it is a bit harder to see the details while relying on this type of sight. There are other ways to get a more complete picture of the wraith.
Anything on the building?
No, seems normal.
Okay, well, no spooky on the building.
Walter's gonna hand Anoush one of his acid vials, Mark II. Use this if you need to melt something. You remember what to do with this? It's better now.
Oh, very nice. You've been experimenting, improving. Walt, you are growing up quite nicely.
I'm just putting my skills to use, you know what I'm saying, Sheridan?
Well, it's a good use of those skills.
Yeah, like, do not count on Walt for this at all. Walt has done his part.
Walt's like, okay, I'm done. I'll see you
Yep.
guys later.
He'll be back up in a Walt way. He can explain the way out. He can operate a vehicle if everyone's injured. Don't expect him to fight. Don't expect him to sneak. Well,
So how are you all moving forward?
Well, I guess Stell, if I remember correctly, obfuscate doesn't actually like hide you from like security cameras, right? Like unseen passage. It's just human,
Unless you have the specific power for that.
right? So I don't think I do. I think it's just unseen passage. So we have to sneak normally if right now we're just dealing with cameras, at least to our knowledge. So yeah, who all here is sneaky? I know Walt's not. But is anybody else here able to be quiet?
When you say quiet,
I'm not bad at it, but it's not like perfect.
Walt's gonna hold out one of his kitchen knives to the like, you want one of these?
I've got this.
Well, did Tansy relay the information from her race to us so we would
Yeah.
even know? Okay.
absolutely.
Uh,
Yeah, no, I told y'all about the cameras and how we should be able to evade them if we move at the right time.
Okay. Do we know where they're located then? Storyteller?
Yes, Tansy would have been told.
Okay.
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 I was not sure if asking further questions about the cameras is going to cost me more favors.
Okay, I'll ask the questions. So, gotta find the loopholes, right?
You want me to be on the lookout or something?
Favors.
I doubt y'all want me in there unless things get rough.
Oh, I don't know that I don't know that I want you in there if things do get rough.
Point taken.
I wouldn't want
How-
to put you at risk. Well,
How about you stay on the lookout and get the car if anything goes down?
I can do that.
Getaway driver is a very important role in a heist.
it's true. Especially since I don't think I can drive.
You scratch it,
mean-
however,
Yeah, no, I don't have any points in drive at all.
and you'll have a conversation with somebody way scarier than anyone here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like there was this one time there was this real scary me, man. You know, like I got put to the shadow realm or something. And Walt say that as he's taking the keys. Anyway, she scared me real bad. It was kind of crazy, but I did ask some questions after Ryan found out.
Yeah, I
That's a science fact.
think he might do something just a little bit worse.
Walt slowly nods and just has hands in pocket, and he's gonna kind of adopt the bum posture, which I assume he'll fit pretty well due to his attire. It'll look like a vagrant on the street kind of look.
Roll me wits awareness.
Walt or everybody else?
Walt.
Alrighty. Wow, I don't have any doctrine awareness. That's wild. Okay. I should fix that later. So just rolling wits. Okay, I think that's 3 successes.
All right. So, how are you all proceeding?
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to be sneaky. I say try because we never know what Roll20 is going to give us, you know. And let's I guess see how it goes. Let's see here.
Y'all
Does anyone
got this.
go sneaky and approach the I guess the available entrance, trying to avoid the cameras that we know the locations of. Oh wait, I didn't put a.
No way.
2 and 1 hunger dice success.
Okay. All right. You begin to approach. You do know that you will need to either A, go through one of the windows or try to get through the lock on the actual door. Which one would you like to do?
Is the window at ground level?
It's not on the ground, but you'd have to kind of reach up and pull yourself through or to break through. But you could, it's within reach.
Can I
Hmm.
follow Anush?
That's up to you.
I think I'm gonna go with him and be sneaky about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow. We're gonna stick together.
Two successes for sneaky.
I
Doing
think.
stealth plus what?
Dex and stuff.
Next stuff. Cool.
And I think I'm going to check on the window and see how promising that looks as a potential entry point.
Okay, just giving it a kind of a quick look over and you test it with your hands. The glass doesn't seem to be reinforced, so you think breaking it wouldn't be too difficult. You could tell that the window would open from the opposite side, so you won't be able to push it open from this end without putting a lot of force and most likely breaking the window. But either would be options, you think?
The lock on the door, is it a padlock?
Yes, you see that it is a chain that is tied around the two handles and then connected to a pretty decent looking padlock.
Can I rouse for prowess and try to rip it off the door?
Of course.
Does Walt have any bolt cutters in the car?
Nah, Walt wouldn't have brought those. He didn't buy them from
The
Walmart.
most simplest of tools.
He didn't get them from Walmart.
So what would you like me to roll? Strength?
Did you make a rouse check for prowess?
Yes, and a little hunkier.
All right. Hunger grows. And for this roll, I will take give me strength and athletics or strength and brawl. Either one would work.
Brawl. Can I add any of my potence dice?
Yes, prowess would be considered an unarmed action for prowess.
Yeah, flex on that chain.
Excellent. Seven successes, no crit.
The chain snaps apart with very little effort, almost like breaking a stick.
I'm like, sorry, no crit, no break.
How about through the door? Broken glass is a sign of someone being in.
Yes, well, it's probably quieter since you already have it open anyway. As we. Anush creeps through the way looking around. It's a statue, right?
It is a jar.
Oh, that's right,
As
jar.
the three of you enter, can I have you make me a wits awareness roll, please?
Two.
3 normal successes.
1, 2, 3. Yes, this is 4 successes.
What is the order that you all are entering in?
I mean, I probably would have gone ahead since I was supposed to be the sneaky one.
Yeah.
Okay. Anush, as you are entering, you notice just before you would cross it, there is a faint red line that's about ankle height at the entrance.
Mm.
He's gonna turn to tell the other two. Step over the laser sensor. Apparently, somebody added a few more tricks to protect this place. Although it's still fairly pedestrian, I wouldn't put it past them to have other unknowns, given how much they apparently value this particular object.
Do you want me to send Bruce and see if he can find any traps?
Yeah, that may be the best option.
I'm gonna snap my fingers and sort of shake my hand and whip the invisible chains behind Bruce, and one of them is going to snap as I tell him, "Go look for more sneaky traps and let us know what you find in detail."
Who's Bruce?
Oh, he's my ghost friend. He's gonna do what I
Oh,
tell him for a little bit.
interesting. Tansy, you are one of many talents.
So many, right? Thank you. You're just the best.
A few moments later, Bruce returns. There is a floor plate a few feet inside. That is all that I was able to find.
Promise me you did your very, very best.
I did my best.
I put my hand in my pocket and sort of scrape my nails lightly over the back of the photo. Your very best?
Did what I could.
Okay, gang. A couple feet up, there's like a floor plate that we need to avoid. And here's the problem with Bruce. I don't know how much I trust him, but I think he's like really super afraid of me. So I think he's probably telling me the truth. So I think after that, we might be okay. Vegas, I see you looking at me like that, and I don't like it.
Uh, just be careful with intimidating them too much. We sleep, they don't.
You know, I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Remind
That's
me
a
to
tomorrow problem.
yeah, remind me to tell you what Grandpa told me one time. It was actually very amusing.
What did he say?
You remember when Great Aunt Hilda just disappeared?
Yeah, everyone was just in a fit.
Uh, upset somebody and the curtains came down like noon.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
huh.
Maybe sleep somewhere without windows for just a bit if you upset him.
Bruce, you love me, right?
There's no response.
Noted.
All right, let's get this jar.
Yes. As after hearing about the plate, I know she's going to try and locate the pressure plate or whatever that's a few feet inside the door.
And as you remember, you're looking for, you do see there's a section of the floor that has a kind of a rise, and then that's more solid steel on it that you'd recognize from maybe a car like garage or something. And now that you've looked to look for it, you realize it would be a pressure plate. It could something that could happen if you were to step on it.
All right, don't step on that, he says, pointing to the plate out of bed. And let's go around and go this way.
Okay. So you all managed to avoid it. Do you all stick together to do your searching for the jar, or do you split up?
How big is the warehouse?
It's large enough for there to be three large rows of items, so you could split up and go down, between two of the rows, or you could stick together. There is also a second floor, where it also has the same kind of setup, but three rows, with two rows that you could walk down.
Well, I guess talk about it. Would everyone like to stick close, or are you comfortable with doing a little roaming? How fast do we want to get done here?
Roaming would be optimal. Get us out before they notice I took the lock off.
I think he's right.
All right. Well, be careful. Keep an eye out, and let's go find. Let's go find this so we can knock one of those tasks off our list for our dear friend.
I do still have Sense the Unseen active, just for storytellers.
All right. And while the three of you are searching, we are going to pull back and see what Walt is up to. Walter, as you are keeping an eye out, you see there is a police cruiser that comes around. You see it enter the parking lot that you're in. It does kind of a long sweep through the parking lot, and it begins to turn and head down the side of the parking lot that you are sitting on or standing on, as well as the one with the warehouse that your companions are in. What would you like to do?
So the cops are heading in that direction.
Yes, they are coming up toward you, which would take them past where your coterie is. They'll go past there and then approach you, and then presumably continue.
Walt is going to kind of shift his balance so that he can be in the cop's way, and then kind of use his backpack as a pillow, typical hobo style. But he's going to obstruct the sidewalk.
Roll manipulation and subterfuge.
My favorite.
Walt gets arrested for obstruction.
Won't be the first time. And I apply my filibuster to the. Well, he's not talking, so never mind. That's a no. He ain't talking yet. Oh wow! I think I critted. Let me see.
You crit
No.
yourself.
Yeah, I did. I crit one. The hunger die makes it a crit, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, and then crit. So I guess that's 6 total successes.
It is, however, that is a messy critical.
Okay. Here we go.
Let's see what happens. So I'll let you tell me what happens here, Walt, as you are attempting to distract these police officers. You see they are coming in their vehicle, and as they're getting closer to you, you see they stop, or not quite stop, more move to a slow crawl. And the window closest to you comes down. You can see that the police officer inside is a young woman, maybe in her mid-20s, darker skin. She's wearing kind of a headscarf. This area isn't. You can't be loitering in this area, so I'm going to have to ask you to keep going.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. You know how hot it is out here. I just need somewhere to stay. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that, but I can't let you stay here. You've got to keep going. You got to go.
I mean, I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but it's just I ain't got nowhere to go. Like it's so cold out here.
I understand that, but you can't stay here.
Walt's gonna sigh, and he is going to get up. All right, I'm going to see how this plays off. I would like for Walt to be talking to the police officer but kind of used his corrosive vitae to sleight of hand it kind of on the wedge of the door to make it difficult to open when they want to open it up and get out.
That will be difficult to do. So first make me a rouse check to command the blood to behave.
This is gonna suck as a risk, but he don't have a lot of options. He really don't. We
It's
didn't
the-
invest in walkie-talkies.
It's the creative plays that pay off the best.
Yeah, he failed that, so he got that hungry.
You get hungry, and I roll me a dexterity and stealth check.
Okay, he is in fact talking to the police officer, so but it's not subterfuge. I hate it here. I hate it here. Okay. So that's 4. Yeah. I'm gonna get faster at using this, I swear. That's 2 successes.
That is not going to be enough. As you attempt and you do manage to cut your wrist, but trying to intentionally bleed onto the door proves to be more difficult than you expect, and instead you end up dripping your blood both on a portion of your clothes and on the ground in front of you. And I'm going to say for your previous messy critical, you are going to be under the compulsion of paranoia. You
That
look
fits.
down as the blood drips, and you aren't sure if the police officer sees what happens, but you feel kind of the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and the beast inside you begins to kind of press at its cage. They know. We have to get rid of her. She knows. Well, she knows. She saw that. She knows. She knows. What are you gonna do? She knows. We have to get rid of her. She knows. If we don't get rid of her, the others will get caught. We have to get rid of her.
All right. Well, in that case, Walt's gonna feign an injury.
Roll either manipulation and performance or manipulation and subterfuge.
Manipulation subterfuge it is. All righty. All right, can I add filibuster to this? Because that would involve him being a little bit of a drama queen.
I'm going to say no. Filibuster is for a more specific type of action, and this is more acting.
Filibuster, okay. Ryu.
To filibuster is not the same as acting, I'm afraid. It's different.
Okay, you know what? All the presidents that. I digress. Oh, you gotta be joking, man. At least he critted on normal die. So that is 6 successes. With a crit.
That is not a crit. That is a
It's
10
not?
and a 1.
That's a
You
10
would
one,
need two.
okay.
You need 2 10s. So with
Can I
4
willpower
successes,
that?
of course.
Okay.
Mhm.
We need it. So what is it? Spend willpower and I get to reroll 3 non-hunger die.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Excuse me.
I'll just roll it out in the tray. Yeah. Well, that's another success. So guess that makes
Those
it.
are 3 failures.
Oh, that's 3 failures.
It's a 2, 2, and a
I was
4.
looking at the 8. I was looking at the 8.
Mhm.
Roll 20 don't love
So-
me still. Okay.
So what does Walter do?
He's gonna fall over and he's gonna pretend that he's been cut.
Right. As you fall
'Cause he
over,
has.
doing your best, you are aware, and you do see that the woman is getting out. Now she is from where she's standing, her back is toward you, and she's getting out of the car. But you are aware that your blood is currently acidic. and it is making potched marks onto the ground. Do you wish to do anything about that before
Wipe some of his
she
blood on the
comes?
tire. Is she coming toward him or away from him? Because you said she was getting out.
She
walking
is.
different.
She currently her back is toward you as she is stepping out, but you figure she's going to be coming toward you in a moment.
Oh, excellent. Well, then he'll keep acting.
Okay. All right. She comes over and she kneels. She goes to kneel down in front of you. Are you all? What in the world? And you see her look down at the blood that's beginning to kind of burn and melt the ground, and she reaches for the what are they called? Walkie-talkie.
It's domination
What's called a
time,
walkie-talkie?
baby. We cloud memory. Now that she's close. Yep. Just gonna tell her to forget.
I will
And then
say
he is gonna
she's
act
an
as if.
unprepared.
Yep, exactly.
She is an unprepared mortal, so she does not put forth any resistance to what you are wanting to do.
It's gonna make her forget the last 10 seconds that it is blood, and Walt's gonna kind of like run over to it, and it's just gonna be like, something exploded. You did something to me. You burned me, lady. You burned me.
Roll me, make another manipulation subterfuge roll.
I am happy to. Something he's good at. Oh, can I? You won't let me have it. Okay.
This is not filibustering. Well,
Okay, it's a crit.
I'll allow filibuster to work. So roll one more dice.
Okay. Well, 4 successes with that crit, so.
So that's a total of 6 successes for you. You see her kind of stumble back for a moment as her eyes, the pupils of her eyes go wide before turning into pinpoints. And as she kind of comes back to herself, she looks over at you, who are currently screaming. She's, what happened? Are you all right?
You burned me, lady. What you gonna do about this? I know I ain't got nothing, but you're supposed to be officer of law. You can't do that to people.
What? Let me see what happened. I have a first aid kit in the cruiser. Come on.
Walt's gonna go over to the cruiser and he's gonna cover up his wrist and like wipe it and lick it so he can seal his wound if he can.
You are unable to seal a wound that was not made by your own fangs. So
He's
I'm going
trying.
to say
You don't know that.
You definitely look at the wound, and there is that kind of burning, tingling sensation, almost as that feeling you get if you were to put your tongue on a battery. Which don't do that, but if you put your tongue on a battery, that electrical feeling. But you find that the wound is not closing.
Well, he's gonna think to himself strange, but he's going along with it. He's buying time.
He turns around. Okay, come on. Here, I have a bandage for you. Just hold out your wrist.
So I'm supposed to trust you now after what you did? You was crazy with it. I'm supposed to just be happy with a first aid kit?
I can't help you if you don't show me the injury, and you still have to
lady,
leave.
what's your badge number? Give me your badge number.
I will give you the badge number after you let me look at the injury.
You know that ain't how I work. I know my rights. If I ask for it, you gotta tell me.
Please work with me, sir.
You're the one who hurt me. You gotta work with me.
555-7632. And
Walt's gonna again be like holding his wrist and then pull out a notebook from his backpack because he has that. Right, run that by me again. I didn't catch all that.
555-7632.
Now, see, you said that too fast. Walt is filibustering, for his life. And you know he can do it.
As Walt is attempting to keep this person distracted, the three of you hear this very loud commotion outside as you were searching for this canopic jar. Roll me wits awareness to see how quickly you're able to find it.
Can I also instruct Bruce to also help look? Can I enlist another favor?
Will my sense the unseen help at all?
Not in this case. You're looking for something normal. So
Got
it
two
won't-
successes.
Oh snap! I did it again.
Nice.
5
so
with a
that's
messy crit.
4,
Oops, I did
5.
it again.
I got 7 with a crit.
Somebody's rolling good tonight.
Dude,
Right.
it's wild. I
Oh,
no, I know what I did to deserve this, and that was season 1. So yeah, I get to enjoy this now.
this is what happens. Tansy and Vegas, you both spot the jar at the same time. And just before either of you are able to get to it, you realize that the other one has also seen it. And Vegas, you realize that Tansy is going to take credit for something you did, just like she always does. And you don't want that to happen. So you are going to be under, I believe it is called the dominance compulsion. Dominance is what it's called. Yes, dominance compulsion. So until you make another person do what you want, you're going to be at a dice penalty of 2, I believe.
Got it. Make a note of that before I forget.
Oh, it makes you so you are in a competition, and they do not have to do what you want, but you have to win. You have to prove you are better than Tansy in some way.
Okay. But don't think he can get to it first.
You don't know? You are welcome to try.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and try.
All right, roll me either dexterity in athletics or strength athletics, depending on how you wish to get there first.
Strength and athletics.
The
Still at a
wolves
2
are
dice penalty.
No, this is an attempt to accomplish your goal, so there will not be a penalty to it.
Prowess help at all?
Sure. You can add to your potence dice to it. Tansy, are you attempting to get to it before Vegas?
Oh, absolutely.
You could make
Taking
the same
a
roll.
Photo of the
Right, and that was see if there's anything I could so I'm wondering if there's a way that because I have this grave attitude as part of my little siblings lore sheet where in any attempt to intimidate or manipulate you, my aggressors always suffer a 1 die penalty. I don't know if that necessarily applies here in this situation.
Are you attempting to intimidate Vegas?
Maybe I think by trying to get there faster and show myself up to this this person, my friend, my cousin, but still my babysitter. Like he needs to know that he's not in charge.
All right. If you wish to use that ability, it will have to focus on being intimidating as opposed to physically getting there first. So the choice would be yours, but you would have to choose between the two.
Oh. And what was that roll again? It was Dex and
Dex or strength plus athletics.
I sent you a photo, Ree.
I think I would rather let Vegas get to it first and try to intimidate him into giving it to me, if that's okay with everybody.
Okay. Okay.
If,
All right
is
then.
that okay with you, Vegas?
Mhm.
Or-
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
All right then. Vegas, give me a resolve and composure roll, a -1 dice, and Tansy, give me a manipulation and intimidation roll.
All right.
If she's trying to manipulate and intimidate me, can I do it back?
I will say you can attempt that, but not in this. Well, sure. Sure, you could just both try it. So sure, you can do a manipulation intimidate roll -1 instead.
One, two, three. That's only 3 successes.
5 with a point of
All
willpower
right.
spent.
Oh,
So-
nice.
So this is what happens, Vegas. As you realize what's going to happen, you, under the beast's influence, decide that none of these other things around you really matter. The only thing that matters is success. And you reach out and you begin to rip a path through the stands and rows of items. Instead of going around, you go through, and items inside the warehouse go flying. Priceless artifacts crash into walls and shatter. But you reach the jar first, and as you're looking at it, you turn to your side and you see Tansy attempt to intimidate you. And what does that look like, Tansy?
Yeah, Tansy was trying to sort of get in between at the, and then realized she couldn't, and then was going to try to, puff herself up and in this hoodie and the combat boots, this sort of persona that she's put on that's not really her at all, even. And but listen, you want to give, and the words just sort of like die flat. Like she knows that she's not going to win this and is trying to puff up and have all the bravado. Listen, you want to give it. Fine, I guess you can have it.
Just remember, us Putinesca occasionally win. Let's get out of
So-
here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so obviously I can see the terrassing through the middle of the warehouse to reach our thing, and I mean, can I hear their exchange as far as like the words, or
Roll me a wits awareness if you wish to hear the full details of the conversation, but you definitely hear the shattering of things. And
I mean, I
you are
started
aware
moving.
you are aware that anyone outside of the building would have heard it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would have definitely started moving in that direction when I heard the noises, but I only got 3 successes.
I would say you are able to pick up on the end of their conversation.
Well, do I like pick up on the end of it as like while coming into like view of them, or do I just like pick it up as they're like already leaving?
As you are arriving, you pick up the end of the conversation.
Gotcha. All right. Well, it seems that you found the jar. I hope after all that. What was that? What was going on? Or did I miss something?
Fine.
All right. Well, we should probably go now. I don't think the element of surprise is with us anymore.
I'll take that fault for that one.
Perhaps we can. Perhaps we'll be able to get out of here without any more. I mean, if that's the worst that happens tonight, then we'll get it off pretty good.
Because of all of that loud noise, hey guys, before we head out the door, I'm gonna send Bruce out first just to take a look around, make sure there's nothing coming.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I send Bruce out. Hey Brucey, go look out the door and let us know if there's anything like out of the normal or concerning or loud or bright or you know, do your military thing and recon.
Bruce leaves and returns
Bruce.
about a minute later. There is a police officer with a gun outside.
Oh. Are they near Walt?
Yes.
Walt,
want me
what
to
did
take-
you do?
Do you want me to take care of it?
What were you gonna do?
Let's go see if there's a need for all of that right now. Perhaps it's nothing, you know. Maybe Walt just found a friend, you know. Walt's good at finding friends.
Cop with a gun.
Not friend.
No. I was gonna handle this family style.
Well, do as you must.
Last ditch effort.
I actually think that both of you, when it comes to what you think you're about to do, is actually pretty much on the same page. So I think we should just all go out, kill the cop, and call it a day.
I like this plan. I like this plan a lot. Let's go.
Anush, you got a better idea?
Well, all right. Do we know if any of the cameras are like? Well, I guess they wouldn't be, because if they did, we would have known about that already. Facing out toward where Walt's at, getting ready to get a nice video recording of whatever is about to transpire.
Oh, that's an idea.
Just trying to leave a smaller footprint, as tempting as certain things may be. We came here for something specific.
Hey, Bruce.
Yes.
I need you to go kill a cop for me.
That is going to be something directly against their moral sensibilities, which you can certainly do. Let me see. That is going to cost 2 successes.
On a Oblivion ceremony roll again?
No, from your task.
Oh, from my oh yeah.
your-
Oh, it's cut. Oh yeah. No, cool. 2. That puts me at. I'm at 4 now. After that 2. Yeah. Totally.
You can see the Wraith attempts to pull and to resist, but these black barbed chains dig in, and you could see pure agony flow through this Wraith's spectral form before it is almost pulled away. And our camera is going to focus on Walter. Walter, as you are attempting to effectively keep this police officer busy by throwing a lot of continuous words at them, you are interrupted by the sounds of steel and pottery and who knows what else shattering against the wall. Both you and the police officer freeze for a moment before she takes a step back, and you see her pull her gun out of her holster. Do you want to try and do anything?
What, you gonna try and kill me too?
Stay here. And you see her go to step away from you and is making her way towards the door.
Walt knows better than to stop her at this point, because if there's a struggle, he ain't gonna win it.
Okay. You watch
But
as
he
she
is gonna poke
goes.
his head in the car because he's paranoid.
You watch her leave, and you see her make her way to the door, and she grabs hold of the handle, but before she can properly open it, you see her entire body go frigid. And almost out of something out of a movie, you see her levitate off the ground a few feet. And then she lets out a scream of pain, and then there is a sickening crunch. Then her body hits the ground.
Walt is borderline traumatized. Borderline. He just. Precious, what was that? Did you see that, Precious?
How far behind are we?
I would say you all would be coming out just as she hits the ground.
Well, that's probably shouldn't leave that there.
You got a knife?
Let me. Yes, I've got a few here.
Cool. Vegas is gonna go over to the corpse, and do a little oblivion of his own and do ashes to ashes.
Make me a rouse check.
Passed. I believe that
Alright.
is stamina and oblivion.
I believe so. Let me double check.
Yes, please double check.
It is a. You do not have to roll because it is not an animated corpse. So you simply make a rouse check and you allow your blood to flow over this former police officer. And the rest of you see her body begins to disintegrate into ashes almost. It's not what you'd expect to see. It's not what you'd expect from a liquid. But soon there is nothing left.
Shall we go?
I think we
Walt
should.
is trying so hard not to freak out.
Relax, Walt. You did a good job.
I bought y'all some time, but then she was coming to get y'all, and then I said her body just floated in the air. She started hollering, and she was dead, man.
Well, we weren't going to let her hurt you, and we weren't going to let her find us all either.
So you did that?
Technically, I asked for it to happen.
Ask for that? How you ask for something like that and it just happened?
Well, you have friends.
She has a way with words.
Is that something Renato can do?
Yeah. Yeah, Renata could do that.
And you can tell, like, yeah, Walt is like bugging out a little bit. Y'all seen him paranoid before. That's Walt is paranoid, big time. So he's freaking out. You tell he's getting the wrong idea. He thinks like there's Ghost Renato floating around just murking people based on what you say.
It's okay, Walt. Just don't make Tansy angry. You wouldn't like her when she's angry.
No, I would never hurt either of y'all. I love you guys.
Walt
just-
is gonna reach into his pocket and shakily hand Vegas his keys back.
Thank you.
One big happy family.
And he's gonna signal for Precious to come back on his shoulder.
Right, who are we taking this thing to?
We have to take it to Elysium, back to Ishtar and the rest of the tower, and that's the first thing that we're gonna have to do to repay the debt.
Well, since that's your issue, here's your jar. Yeah, I've got to make a phone call. Anyhow, so you could attend to that. I'm gonna wait outside.
Who you calling?
Ghostbusters.
See, you do know modern references. I'm so proud of you. You were paying attention at movie night.
You know, sometimes we have a little too much free time.
Wait, have you shown her Gremlins yet?
No, we haven't watched Gremlins.
We need to show
Oh.
him Gremlins.
We have to watch Gremlins. It's the perfect time of year for it too.
I know, right? Yeah, we gotta watch Gremlins. Also, The Thing.
Oh, absolute classic. I mean, I'm more of a fan of Kurt Russell than like the icky monster thing, but yes, absolutely.
Still convinced that movie was made with his Demetzi in mind. Tell me
Oh,
I'm wrong.
no, you're really not though.
Walt's just looking around, passively listening.
Will you
His
grab
flaw
him?
and paranoia are terrible trying together.
I know I'm probably once again sitting in the front seat next to Vegas, unless anyone else called shotgun. But I want to look sort of back at Walter and Precious and say, "Hey, you know what? When we get home, like, you want me to give you and Precious like manicures or something?"
What you think, Precious? You want one?
You get a sense of agreement to your bond, to your familiar.
We both friends. We all in it. We gotta get out of here quick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if someone gonna come out. You know, maybe that cop gonna turn into a ghost.
Oh, I should have grabbed something off of her. You are so right. Ugh. Such a ditz.
So you mean that's why you took stuff back in that apartment
Yeah, absolutely.
to make ghosts?
Clearly ghosts are like super useful, and it's kind of the family thing.
Walt
You know-
readjusts his backpack and looks more nervous. And he's still like looking out of both side windows and the back window. It's
Hurt you. It's fine. It's completely under control.
why was you crashing back in that building anyway, man? What was going on in there? I thought y'all was gonna be in and out. Y'all always telling me I'm a clutch, but what y'all even doing in there?
They got a little excited. You know, sometimes emotions just take over you, and everything else is a blur.
Did we at least get the thing?
I believe so. I think I saw it somewhere. Is it? It's not broken, is it?
I pull it out. How's it looking?
It looks fine. It looks old just to your eye, but no damage.
Is there, as we're kind of driving, is there any way I can kind of like look at this and see why this particular Coptic jar is so important? Like, is there anything interesting or different about it? Can I use like sort of my occult knowledge or something like that to?
You can make either an intelligence and crafts roll or intelligence occult roll with different reasons, or academics. That could also work.
Okay. Man. Okay, hold on. Roll 20 just broke for me.
Uh-oh.
Back up. No, it's all good. It's gonna take a second. I
Okay.
know I have 4 dice in occult, and I have a speciality in grave rituals.
Okay. I'll say that it'll apply. So you can. I'll let you use that one.
All right, so I have my intelligence, and 1, 2, 3. I will do you, and then add a grave ritual. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, and then 1 failure.
Looking at it, I mean, it looks real to you as far as you can tell, but you don't see any uses for it, especially not for what you do. Doesn't seem to have any kind of magical significance. You do know there are some other reasons that people would use such items, but you aren't experienced in those. I would say you know that they're maybe blood sorcerers could use it for something, but you aren't sure why a venture would want it.
I mean, it's special, but it's not like fancy special. I don't know. This was way too easy. I'm worried the next step is going to be worse.
It ain't over yet. That thing might break or something.
Think of it with the glass half full, Tansy. It's not worse. It's just more challenging.
Why you say that? Why you say that, seriously?
Well, we don't know. We have no idea what may be asked of us next, but this task went much more smoothly than could have anticipated, despite some unexpected occurrences. We are out, and there is the worst thing that we left behind was maybe a broken chain, and I guess a torn apart warehouse. But
And answers and a cop car, man.
I mean,
There's no body.
No
She
body?
went missing.
Don't you think they're gonna wonder about there just being an empty cop car?
Yeah, she went missing.
Y'all must not be from around here too often. I know you knew, but people in Cleveland, they take it seriously when folks go missing.
well, it's
Body?
generally, yes. People going missing is generally not taken lightly. Is it? Yes, is a good way to. Yes, lightly. Yes, that's the word. Lightly. That's the phrase. Yes.
While saying all this while frantically looking out the window still.
A
If
short
it-
while later, you all arrive outside of your destination. Who is going up to speak with our benefactor, we'll say, and who is staying outside?
Hey, Tansy, can I take a photo of that real quick?
I'll
Yeah.
move. I'll go ahead to speak with our benefactor since I believe I was the one that asked for the favor in the first place, even though we are all paying it back right now.
Walt will go as
Okay.
well. If he still has the blush of life, he'll go as well.
Okay. All
My
right. So
mess, they should probably go in.
My boy is too curious.
all right. So it looks
It's
like
like
you're
it's my
splitting into two
responsibility.
groups.
Unfortunately. Ugh.
As the three of you make your way inside Vegas, you are left all alone. What would you like to do?
I am sending that photo to someone I know and then giving them a call.
Okay. And who are you calling?
My Maula.
Oh boy. It begins.
One moment. You send a message, make a call. Hello.
Good evening. I know I'm on business right now, but I sent you a photo of something.
I have received it.
Thought it was weird that local kindred's looking for an urn of all things.
It's odd. I cannot tell you if there's anything supernatural about it through a picture. I
Well,
can tell you that some of our kind take sentimental reasons for these things. There's a group of us obsessed with Egypt for whatever reason.
I mean that's fair. Surprised our family's not all over there.
We've tried, but those particular people are very good at keeping people away.
Just thought I'd let you know in case anything weird goes on. And
Keep me informed if anything important comes up. You will be rewarded for good work. How is she doing?
oh, you know, golden child can mend her wrongs without an issue.
Keep an eye on her. This
I
is an opportunity for you, but it could cost you just as much as it could gain you.
Well, they kicked me out already once, so I'm not too worried.
There are many things that could be done to you.
Noted. Did have a mishap at a warehouse. My competitive side got a little better of me.
How much of a mishap?
Some destroyed boxes and artifacts.
You know better.
I know. Letting you know.
I
Figured I
will
don't.
clean this up for you this time.
Thank you.
Come in person next time. I do not enjoy talking over these contraptions.
Noted. Can you make sure Giuseppe's not at the door? Because the man still owes me $100.
I will do what I can.
Thank you, great grandfather.
Take care of yourself.
You do the same.
With that, the phone call ends. And while that conversation is happening, a very different one is happening someplace else. As the three of you reach the second floor, there is a man, a dark-skinned man with tattoos going down the right side of his neck. He is wearing a very nice black shirt, no tie, and then a black pair of pants, dress slacks. And he is waiting for the three of you. And as you approach, he does not say anything, but he gestures for you to follow him. And assuming no one resists, he will lead you into the second floor and into a back room. It is a very ornate room, and you can see that there are windows on the sides, though they are covered in curtains. And there is a woman sitting on what looks to be like a long couch. Absolutely beautiful, holding what looks to be like a cup of red wine, and is wearing a white, pure white dress that kind of reveals just enough of her lower legs that it draws the attention while still not being too revealing. She looks at each of you. Hello. I take it you completed your task tonight?
Is this our beloved keeper?
Feza is the keeper of Elysium.
I messed up. I should have brought it with me. I didn't think she would take it in person. Oh well. Oh well.
You
While still too nervous, he's still too paranoid.
take
Slipping
what in
around.
person?
What he's been working on.
Oh, okay.
The thing he left back at the keep.
Did you succeed?
I'm gonna.
Does Tansy still have it?
Yeah, I was
Probably,
about. I
yeah.
was gonna hand the urn to you to give to her.
Why?
And the man will step forward to take it from you.
Yeah, I was gonna say no, Tansy. You retrieved the object.
We completed the task. It's true.
And how did it go?
Well, hopefully, well, not as bad as it could have. You know, there was a one police officer, but they weren't a problem, and there were no other witnesses to be known. And you know, even though there was some unexpected damage to the warehouse, perhaps that will serve as a cover for the true intent of our visit.
Walt will hold up a notebook page. I got her name and badge number if that helps.
Roll me a charisma and persuasion check, Anash.
He's not lying.
No, not at all.
He's just expressing his speculation. You said charisma persuasion?
Yep.
All right. One success on one dice.
Nice though.
I don't quite understand how that could be considered better than it could have been.
Well,
But you did complete the task, and I assume there have been no violations of the masquerade.
oh no. The officer was the only potential violation, but they're no longer with us. No, neither physically or, well, I don't know about spiritually. That's more Tansy's
Oh, no.
department. Uh-oh.
Oh, well, you're going to have to take a quick break because we just lost someone. So we'll
Tansy
be
got
back
dragged
in
to
a
the spirit
moment.
world.
The Wraith came back for revenge.